Hi, this is Miss Elaine from the library. Oh, you caught me playing in the sand. This isn't really sand, you know. Kind of looks like it though, doesn't it? And I got my little sand bucket and my little sand rake and a shovel and a little scooper and all these things to play in the sand. But it's not real sand. And I'm going to tell you a secret of how you can make your own sand in case you can't get to the beach, or if you don't have a sandbox at home and you still would like to play in the sand. It's really easy. You just need two things to make sand. So I'll tell you about that in a minute. But first, let me move my sand over here for a second. And let's talk about, last time I talked to you, I told you about our summer reading program called Imagine Your Story. And it's still going on till the end of this month. So if you haven't signed up yet, it's not too late. What you have to do is go online to the Read Squared app or download it to your phone. And let me just show you how to do that. You need to go to luzernlibraries.readsquared.com. And that will get you into the website where you can sign up for the reading program. And you keep track of the minutes that you read each day or that someone reads to you. And you earn badges, and you unlock games to play on the Read Squared app, and it's just a lot of fun. So keep track of your reading there, and sign up at luzernlibraries.readsquared.com. And if you forget all these details, just check our website or our Facebook page, and you'll find information there on how to sign up. And it's not too late, so check out Read Squared and join our reading club. Well, since I felt like playing in the sand, I thought maybe it'd be fun to read a story about sand and making a sandcastle. And that just happens to be the name of this book. It's called Sandcastle. It's by Brenda Shannon Yee, and the beautiful illustrations are by Thea Claros. And let's see what happens when some kids get together and decide to make a sandcastle. Jen dug the sand with her shovel, and a boy with a bucket watched. "Can I help?" he asked. "I am building a sandcastle," said Jen. So let's see what he's going to do. "Well," he said, "your castle needs a moat," said the boy. So he dug a circle around Jen's castle with his bucket. And the castle got taller, and the moat got deeper. There he is. He's working on the moat. She's working on the castle. And "Can I help?" asked the little girl with a spoon. "Well, I am making the moat," said the boy. "This is my castle," said Jen. "Well, if I dig a path to the lake, then the moat will fill up with water," said the girl. And you know the moat is what goes around the castle and fills with water, and that protects the people in the castle. She scooped a path in the sand. Water sloshed into the path and headed toward the moat. The castle grew taller, the moat grew deeper, and the path grew wider. So everybody has a job here so far. Let's see who's next. "Can I help?" asked a boy with a cup. "I am digging a path to the water," said the little girl. "Well, I am making the moat," said the boy. "This is my castle," said Jen. Let's see, wonder what he could do. He's got a cup. Should we wait and see what he's going to do with that? Let's find out. He says, "Well, you'll need a wall to protect your castle," said the boy with the cup. So the boy filled the cup with wet sand, and pat, pat, he turned it over, tap, tap. One sand block stood. Pat, tap, two sand blocks. And he kept going in the same way till he made one sand block after another and built a wall. The castle grew taller, the moat grew deeper, the path grew wider, and the wall grew longer. "Can I help?" asked a girl holding a rake. "I am building the wall," said the boy with the cup. "I am digging a path to the water," said the girl with the spoon. "I'm making the moat," said the boy with the bucket. "This is my castle," said Jen. She started it, right? Everybody else is adding to it too. Well, you need a road so people can get to the castle, said the girl with the rake. That's a good idea. Dragging the rake in the sand, the girl traced a winding road. With the rake teeth, she swirled some wavy shapes into the sand. Hands patted and pushed the squishy sand, and the castle rose high. The moat digged deep. The path flowed long. The wall stood strong. And the road lay wide and welcoming. Look at that castle. That's a pretty nice looking castle they built. Shadows stretched across the sand. Angela, it's time to go. Robert, we're leaving. Tanisha, it's late. Louie, rinse your feet. Jen, say goodbye to your friends. But what about the castle? We worked so hard, Tanisha said. As soon as we leave, someone will come and wreck it, said Louie. I know what to do, Jen said. And just like that, what did she do? Splat! She jumped on the castle, and in a flurry they all kicked the road, toppled the wall, flattened the path, filled the moat, and crushed the castle. Boy, I'll tell you, it looks like they're having almost as much fun, maybe more fun, taking it down than they did building it up. They're having a good time. Goodbye, the beach friends shouted as they scattered across the cooling sand. Let's do it again tomorrow. And maybe they will. They can get together and build another castle, right? Because that's what happens with castles in the sand. They don't really last, because if somebody else doesn't come and step on them, pretty soon the tide comes in from the ocean and the waves roll over it and wash it away. But that's why it's fun to make your own sand if you can. And you can. And let me tell you how to do that. You need two things. You either need baby oil. There we are. Baby oil. Or you could even use vegetable oil. So one or the other of these. You don't need both of them. So some kind of oil, baby oil or vegetable oil. And then you need flour. Just flour like you use for baking, for bread, for whatever you use it for. It could be any kind of flour, bread flour, regular flour. And to make a full recipe that we have, you use 8 cups of the flour. And then you use 1 cup of, again, either vegetable oil or baby oil. So tell mom or dad to help you out with that. Get in a grown-up to help and find out what you can use for the flour and the oil. And you put it together, mix it up a little with your hands, a little with a spoon, and before you know it, you're going to have some sand. And you can play with it, build a castle, maybe build a wall around your castle, and whatever you want to do. And along with that, you can get your very own little bucket and rake, just like they used in the book we read, and a little cup like the little boy used to make the wall, a shovel, all the things they used. You can get all those things for free just by calling the library, because we have put together a whole kit for you of good things to play with, and you can get the little set of sand toys, and you have to call us 570-823-0156. Ask for the children's department, or our extension is 217 if you want to dial our extension, but just ask for children's and they'll connect you. And you can make arrangements to come by, just like we have curbside pickup for books. You can pick up some books too if you want. Let us know what you want. We'll get them ready for you. And we have a nice bag with all these goodies in it. And we even have some dragons in the bag, because your next story is going to be about what happens if you make a sandcastle and a dragon decides to come in. Should we see what that's all about? Let's do that. And then we'll talk a little more about how you can get your own goodies to make your own sandcastle. Okay, this is our last story. It's called When a Dragon Moves In, and it's written by Jodi Moore. And again, these great illustrations, the pictures were drawn by Howard McWilliam. And right inside, before we even start the story, we see a nice picture of a family, and it looks like they're going to a beach, of course. We see the sand, the ocean, and seagulls just waiting for them to come in. Don't see any dragons yet, though, do you? No. It's called When a when a dragon moves in, and here's what happens. Just gotta move my sand over again. It's in my way. Okay, here we go. If you build a perfect sandcastle, a dragon will move in. Look, he's got his little suitcase. Here he comes. He doesn't even see him moving in. He's busy finishing up his sandcastle. He'll settle in all cozy and peep at you from the window. He says, oh my goodness, there's a dragon in my sandcastle. And you'll wonder how you ever got so lucky. I guess it's fun having a dragon, right? Because he can play with the beach ball. He can blow, oh, he's blowing bubbles, the little boy, and the dragon's blowing smoke rings. And then they're just dancing together, having fun in the sand. With a dragon in your castle, you'll have a built-in marshmallow toaster, right? Because what happens when dragons breathe? They breathe fire, yes, and they're blowing the fire on the marshmallows and toasting them. And you'll have your very own raft. Oh, nice to float on a dragon's belly. Let's see what else happens if you have a dragon in your sandcastle. And your kite practically flies by itself. Because dragons can fly, can't they? Sure. So he's flying up there with the kite, taking it with him. And best of all, no beach bullies would dare to stomp on your castle with a dragon inside. Oh, they saw that dragon boy, and they're running. Dad looks a little mad, too. Maybe they're running from him. I don't know who they're running from. But they're not going to bother him, that's for sure. No bullies to worry about. Of course, there are rules on the beach, so you'll have to hide his smoke from the lifeguard. Now, there's a sign there, and that shows something smoking like a cigarette with a line. So no smoking is allowed, and I guess that even includes dragon smoke. And there's another sign. Has a pic. Can you see? It's a picture of a dog with a line through, and that means pets. Just any pets are not allowed on this beach. So you have to erase the dragon prints from the sand. So I guess he thinks if they don't see his footprints, they won't know he's there. I don't know how you hide a dragon from anybody, but anyway. Eventually, you'll want to share this great news with your family. Hey, there's a dragon in my castle, you'll tell your mom. And mom will say, mm-hmm. She's busy reading her library book. Listen to him roar, you'll say. And she says, oh, I hear the roar of the ocean. I guess she doesn't believe it's a dragon roaring. She just thinks it's the ocean making noise. See this feather from my dragon's wing, you'll ask your dad? You think dragon wings have feathers? I don't know about that. But Dad will look at the feather and say, oh, that's a nice seagull feather. And you know what feathers are good for? What are feathers good for? Tickling. Oh, he's tickling him with that seagull feather. Feel my dragon's sharp teeth, you'll shout to your sister. But she'll just say, those are just broken seashells. But you and your dragon will know better. They're not for seashells. They're dragon teeth. Look, he's missing a tooth there. Let's see what happens next with this crazy dragon. Well, just about then, your dragon will demand to be fed. I see they're both looking at their tummies. I think they're both getting a little hungry. First of all, he'll eat all the peanut butter sandwiches, even the ones that were supposed to be for your sister. Oh, no. She doesn't look too happy about that. Would you be happy if somebody ate your peanut butter sandwich? And then his fiery snout will make the lemonade sizzle. Who wants sizzling lemonade? Oh, too hot. Stop blowing bubbles in your drink, your mom will say. But I'll say, that wasn't me. That was the dragon blowing the bubbles. And you'll hear a from the dragon inside the castle. He thinks this is all very funny. He's getting blamed for that. Finally, since dragons love desserts, he'll slink into the family cooler and nibble the brownies when no one is looking. Is a dragon in the cooler by himself? No, I think the little boy's helping. Whose fingerprints are in these brownies, your dad will ask. I don't know if they're dragon fingerprints or little boy fingerprints. Not fingerprints, you'll try to explain. They're dragon prints. There's no such thing as a dragon, your sister will say. And once again, you'll hear your dragon snicker and say, And then he'll spray sand all over her. Oh, the poor sister. She ate all her peanut butter sandwiches. Now he's kicking sand on her. Oops. Let's see if we can turn this page a little better. Wait. Too many pages. Oh, sorry, they're getting stuck. Young man, I don't think this is funny, your mom will say. That wasn't me, you'll answer. That was who? That was the dragon, right? That was kicking sand at your sister. I think we've had enough of this dragon business, your dad will say. Yeah, I guess I've had enough of the dragon business too, you'll sigh. Oh, what's he gonna do? No more dragon? All of a sudden, I can't turn these pages. Wait a minute. There's only one page left. Everybody sit tight. Okay, there we are. Then you'll march over to your sandcastle and you'll order your dragon to leave until he learns some manners. So there he goes, taking his little suitcase, and off he goes. And you will vow never to build a perfect sandcastle again. So he sent the dragon on his way, and then what did he do to the sandcastle? Just like the kids in our last story, right? He jumped all over it. Yep, never gonna build that sandcastle again. Well, at least until tomorrow. Look at the sandcastle he built now. That's at least twice as big as the first sandcastle. And good thing, because it looks like the dragon came back, and he brought his whole family. His 3 little dragons and Mama Dragon. The whole family's moving in now. And will you see what's inside the back pages of this book? Look at this. What's happening on that beach? Every kid is building a sandcastle, and every sandcastle has a dragon living in it. How about that? That's some crazy beach, isn't it? Dragon Beach, I think we'd call it. So that's the story of When a Dragon Moves In. Well, where's my sand? Here it is. And I think I mentioned to you that there's a few visitors to this little sand that I have. And it just happens to be, let's see if we can see them all. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little dragons. And we have a little poem to say about our 4 little dragons. It goes like this. We start with 4. You can hold it with 4 fingers. Do it with me. Okay. 4 little dragons sitting by the sea, till one flew away. There she goes. And then there were 3, right? 1, 2, 3. 3 little dragons wondering what to do until one flew away. There goes our green dragon. And now there are 2. 2 little dragons getting too much sun. So one flew away. And then there was just 1. 1 little dragon left on his own, played in the sand till it was time to go home. And he's going to go over and play on that sandcastle, I think. And he'll grab that flag. Let's see if he can grab the flag. Yeah, he got it. Oh, he fell down. So, would you like to have your very own set of dragons and all the other things we were talking about, the little sand items? You can get all of them. Just call us. Tell us you'd like this story time pack of dragons and sand toys, and we'll have them waiting for you in a bag with some other goodies. And call us at 570-823-0156. Ask for the children's department, because the front desk might not know about this, but we'll tell them. But ask for the children's department. We'll get you set up with all the goodies, and you just have to arrange a time to come and pick them up, because they're still not open, but we're doing the drive-by pickups, so we'll have them ready for you. And again, if you want to borrow any books, just let us know, and we'll get those for you too. Okay. So I hope you'll take advantage of some of these goodies we have for you. I'm going to go back to playing in my sand for a while, okay? All right. Bye, everybody.